Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay, good to see you. Today is the 23rd of February on Sunday, and I'm here to do the weekly forecast as Sunday's topic on my YouTube channel to scan the markets and see what's happening among them, and also look for which market looks good to trade this week. And is everything okay here? Because I cannot see that comment for some reason. So today I am not able to read the comments, but I will cover Forex pairs. I have 21 pairs on my watch list, so I cover it first. Then I cover gold, XAUUSD gold analysis, and also US indices and Nifty 50 chart, and also BTCUSD. So first, let me switch the screen to trading view and start to analyze the Forex markets from Euro USD. And let me pick the ones that I think it's interesting to view. Looks like the markets are still ranging, and overall, if you especially look at the weekly time frame, we do not really see any trends. But in the lower time frames, we did see some breakouts. So hopefully you are able to make some profits. If not, you didn't lose big this month. Okay, first let me see. Euro pound looked interesting, but let me do analysis on one of the pound pairs. Okay, let me do first pound Swiss franc. This is again the weekly time frame, and it's on 1.1394. That's the resistance last week. So I'm waiting for that to break. So far, in terms of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo here, Kumo has been flat, sideways. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are up, but they are still very close to the Kumo. And Chikou span is also very close to the candles. And the candlesticks are very choppy, and as you can see, we don't really see any trends in the weekly time frame. And that's because, again, it's range and it's below the resistance level of 1.1394. So if the market breaks the resistance, then we will see nicer trend. So that's one thing I'm waiting for this to happen sometime this week or in the month of March. Last week was resisted again on the resistance level and retraced a little bit. So let me check the daily time from this one. If you look at the lower time frames, then you can capture more precise condition, exactly what's happening in the lower time frame. So this is a daily time frame, and the market retraced to the Tenkan Sen, the daily time frame. And I think this month or this week, on the week of the 23rd, the price I think will be supported by the Tenkan Sen and goes up and try to break the resistance level again. So far, Kijun Sen is above the Kumo, and this is the confirming bullish trend, and Kumo is already bullish on the daily time frame. So I wait for the breakout, or even before the breakout, I can enter the trade, so that the once breakout happens, then we see a bigger bar, and after this, most likely continuous trend will happen, and that's a better scenario. So that's something I'm waiting for at the moment on pound Swiss franc. So let me cover some other markets. USJPY was also interesting last week. It's about to break the support level of 149.23. This is a daily time frame, but let me first do the weekly time frame analysis. So 149.233 was the target this week, which I mentioned I think last Sunday. That's a target because the Kijun-sen is flat. That's a weekly Kijun-sen level, and the market exactly closed on the weekly Kijun-sen. So from here, if the market breaks the Kijun-sen bearish, then this market will be bearish continuously, which is an ideal situation to trade because there is no supports all the way down to 139.53, and we have more than 100 pips of room to trade if that happens. So that's much better situation. Yeah, well, actually 1,000 pips, 1,000 pips of room to trade, which is very big. And if you look at the daily perspective, daily time frame is about to break the support, and this is bearish according to Ichimoku because the Kumo is downtrend bearish at the moment, and Kijun-sen, the green Kijun-sen is down, the blue Tenkan-sen is also down, and the Chikou span below the candles. This is a typical downtrend situation from Ichimoku 5 lines. Especially Kijun-sen is the most important among all the Ichimoku 5 lines. When Kijun-sen angle down, that means it's bearish. And Tenkan-sen is the supportive line to the Kijun-sen. So the blue Tenkan-sen is also pointing down, which is also showing that this market is bearish strongly. So strong bearish, stable bearish trend, and the long-term bearish is also confirmed by the Kumo, which is the light gray area here. And the yellow Chikou span is also below the candlesticks, and now it broke the Kumo as well. So it's likely that the market breaks the support this week. From tomorrow, let's monitor closely, and if it breaks bearish, then we can enter trade. So USJPY looks very nice to me. And let me see. And let me move on to one of the AUD pairs. Let's see, AUD-JPY, AUD-CAD. Well, AUD pairs are basically all ranging, but I think AUD-USD looks very interesting. This yellow line, let me take out these yellow lines so to avoid the confusion. And also this blue. This blue is actually the weekly Kijun-sen, so I think I keep this one still until next week. But what's here is important is that the previous, if you look at this yellow trend line, the previously it has been supported, and last week it was resisted. So this is bearish to me. It's bearish. And also this level is the previous support level as well. So this is really typical that the market went down all the way, it broke two supports, then retraced, and it also broke the Tenkan-sen, but it didn't break the trend line. It didn't break the previous support. So I think the market goes bearish from this week and in the month of March. So if you look at the daily time frame, it's exactly within the Kumo. So since it's in the Kumo, I say it's bearish, but it takes time to see the market going bearish in the long term. When the price is within the Kumo, it's like an airplane within the storm. So usually the market becomes very choppy. Sometimes there's a fake breakouts, and the direction is going to be very rough. So we can't really expect bigger pips to gain whenever the market is within the Kumo like this way. So for me, I prefer to focus on other pairs unless it becomes bearish and unless the market comes below the Kumo on the daily time frame. And for the rest of the AUD pairs seems to be ranging. So let me see. CAD-JPY was also another interesting market that's about to break the support just like USD-JPY. Let me come to the weekly time frame first. Weekly time frame is now showing bearish because of the Chikou span. This is called Chikou span trace, which is one of the Ichimoku original strategies. Whenever Chikou span touching, sometimes Chikou span follows the candlesticks. So far Chikou span has been following. When it touched here on the week of the 29th of July, from the Chikou span viewpoint, it went bearish and bullish and ranged. And from Chikou span viewpoint, this week is going to be a bearish bar, and 2 weeks after is going to be also bearish bar. So that means the market most likely will be bearish for the next 2 weeks. This is one of the Chikou span strategies, and we can see that on this weekly time frame. And now if you look at the daily time frame, it's bearish. Technically it didn't close below the previous support. It actually closed exactly on the previous support level, which was 104.894. So this is it didn't break technically, but in this Kumo situation and Ichimoku 5 line situation, it's likely to break because again the Kumo has been bearish and it's going down. Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are also bearish, just like we saw earlier on other market, and Chikou span below the candles also. And we have previously reverse in the wave. So I think this reverse in the wave will continue. If it breaks bearish this week, this is going to be one of the good markets to trade. And if not, what's going to happen next is that the market is going to be retracing to the descending trend line. You can also draw the same line as I did in TradingView. So if it doesn't break the support, then I think the market comes up to the descending trend line or the green Kijun-sen, then breaks this way sometime in the month of March. But either way, this market is bearish. So this is another interesting market that we can focus this week. So that was my analysis on these markets. And for the rest of the pairs, let me do at the KTS Academy and the GTS classes tomorrow on Monday. So now let me move on to gold, XAUUSD commodity and XAUUSD. Again, thank you very much for joining everyone. Good to see you. Today, for some reason, I cannot see the comment on the YouTube, so I'm just continuing my analysis. But thank you so much for joining everyone. And also I'm checking the microphone if it's working okay, because I cannot see any comments and feedback. And also yesterday I was recording my performance in the month of December and also in the year of 2024, and towards the end of the video I noticed that the microphone was muted. When I started recording yesterday, it was working, but in the middle of the video or towards the end of the video, I noticed that there is like a red color, like a LED light on this microphone thing. But I saw it, but I didn't really understand, so I just continued. And when I look back at the video, it was on mute. For some reason, I didn't touch anything, but it was mute. So I'm going to record that video again later today and share that with you next week. So yeah, let me continue. Hopefully you are still hearing okay my voice. And this is gold, XAUUSD, and weekly time frame. this is bullish still. Like I mentioned before, this is bullish, especially the Kumo shape is very nice. Kumo means the area between the Senko span B and Senko span A. And the area between Senko span A and B is wide. This means that the market is continuously bullish stably. So far I do not see any sign of a retracement. If you remember what I said last week, 2 weeks ago, the market closed with relatively smaller body and longer wick pointing upwards. Let me zoom in the market so that you can really see exactly what I'm talking about. So 2 weeks ago, on the week of the 10th of February, if you look at this candlestick on the weekly time frame, the body itself was a bit smaller and the wick was long, up like this way. And what this means is that if the market breaks the 2 weeks ago candlestick's close, which was here, if the market closed here last week, meaning that the candlestick will look like this, then from this week onwards in the month of March would have been the retracement, bearish. That's I think what I said last week. But last week the market didn't happen. It didn't happen. Instead, it closed with a bullish bar and it's continuously going up. And now it's reaching almost 3,000. So now, since it didn't break the close price of this pin bar, I think it's likely to touch 3,000 sometime this week or next week. So I'm still bull biased on gold. That's the weekly time frame analysis. And if you look at the daily time frame also, it's bullish because the price has been supported by the Tenkan-sen many times. After the breakout of the Kumo, which happened here, let me move the bar like this way so that you can see the whole candlesticks. So the market technically broke the Kumo exactly on the day 9th of January, and ever since this date it has been bullish. This is the Kumo breakout strategy or situation. Since the market broke the Kumo bullish, it went up and retraced, but it didn't break the Kumo. Instead, the market has been supported by the Kumo first and the Kijun-sen, and after that, the market has been supported by the Tenkan-sen. The blue line is called the Tenkan-sen. It's been supported by the Tenkan-sen, and that means the bullish momentum has been quite strong. And last Friday closed above the Tenkan-sen also. So far no reason to retrace. Especially for the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or doji candlesticks. Doji means the body itself is relatively smaller than the wicks up and down. So these three are called doji candlesticks. And what this means is that for the last 3 days, there are buyers and sellers and they were in equilibrium. So buyers' power and sellers' power for the last 3 days were equal. So that means there are so many pending orders to buy above the position, and also the seller stop losses for the last 3 days, and same is true below these dojis. So once the market breaks these 3 doji resistance bullish, which is 2954.98, the market most likely goes up and reaches 3,000. So I'm waiting for that moment to happen, and if that happens, I will be buying it and keep holding until it reaches 3,000. So that is my gold strategy. Yeah, so far it's bullish. Especially I liked this, a pin bar, reverse, and also here's another inside bar. But this inside has been supported by the Tenkan-sen. So this is also the sign of the new breakout and new bullish momentum. So again, gold is bullish to me so far. So now let me cover US index. I cover Nasdaq today. Okay, again, thank you very much for joining everyone. Good to see you. Today, I cannot see the comment, so I'm just moving forward with my analysis on this YouTube. So here's a weekly time frame. Weekly time frame is still bullish simply because the price is above the Tenkan-sen. As you saw earlier on the daily time frame, there was huge downtrend, huge bearish momentum last Friday. But if you look at the overall weekly time frame, it's bullish. So I think the retracement is still temporary to me so far. And the Kumo has been bullish, especially Senko Span B and Senko Span A are both up. And the Kumo shape, the area between Senko Span B and Senko Span A is quite big. So that's just like gold. That means it's stable bullish trend. And Kijun-sen is up, Tenkan-sen is also up, and Chikou span above the candles. So although it has been range for the last few weeks or few months, it's about to break the new high. And the next target is going to be 23,000. And with that in mind, again, if you look at the daily time frame, there was a huge downtrend last Friday, but it's still above the Kijun-sen. Looks like this week, Monday, Tuesday, I think the market touches the Kijun-sen and see which way the market goes. Daily time frame shows range, so the chance for ups and downs are 50-50. We cannot really trade on the daily time frame perspective, but weekly shows bullish, so eventually I think the market breaks the resistance and reach in going towards 23,000. So that's Nasdaq analysis. And also let me cover Nifty chart because I know there are viewers from India here. So here is the Nifty chart weekly time frame. The price is now going within the Kumo, so it's bearish. Lower time frame shows it's bearish too, but first let me do the weekly time frame analysis. The market is going within the Kumo. So that means, like I mentioned before, earlier today, and also the previous videos, when the market is within the Kumo, it's like the airplane is within the storm. So there's going to be lots of ups and downs. Lots of ups and downs, sometimes doji, sometimes pin bar, and fake breakout. And this is not a good timing to trade. It has been also resisted by the weekly Tenkan-sen. Chikou span is now below the candles. So I think this reverse wave will continue bearish. And last week closed with a doji. Again, doji means a very tiny body and wicks up and down. So let me check the daily time frame. Okay, here is the daily time frame. Daily time frame also shows it's bearish because the Kumo is going down. Especially Senko span A has been sloping down. So this means the market most likely renews lower. So no sign of the bullishness at the moment. I think rather it's bearish, and it may break the daily Kumo bearish also. The price is also below the Tenkan-sen and Chikou span below the candles also. So I think the market goes bearish from here. And I don't see any sign of the bullishness yet on this market. Okay, then finally, let me cover BTCUSD. So let me go to cryptos and BTCUSD weekly time frame. Okay, weekly time frame has been ranging for the last few months, almost half a year has been ranging, but it's bullish still. Again, Ichimoku Kumo has been bullish, the price above the Kijun Sen still, and the Chikou span above the candles. And then the market has been supported by the yellow trend line. And last week, the market touched the trend line and closed with the doji. So let me look into more details from the daily time frame perspective. So daily time frame shows, daily time frame shows, first of all, it's range, but it's touching the weekly or monthly trend line. So the topic for this week is whether the market is going to be supported by the trend line and goes up or not. In this case, most likely it breaks the trend line and the market, I think, goes sideways or bearish. From Ichimoku perspective, I do not see any bouncing signs. One of the reasons is because the Kumo is still bearish in the sideways. If the Kumo is bullish, then there is a potential breakout or potential bounce and bullish sign. But since Kumo is flat still and bearish, in this case, it's likely that the market is not going to be supported and just go sideways. And Chikou span follows sideways as well. So I don't see any signs unless it's going to be supported and goes up. If you want to buy Bitcoin again, then at least you better wait for the price to go above the Kumo and Chikou span also above the candles. And that's a sign of the bullishness from Ichimoku. So until it happens, you can either continue monitor chart or probably study or do something else. So that was BTCUSD analysis. So coming back to Forex market, this week JPY pairs, some of the JPY pairs looks interesting. Like a cover today, USD-JPY has been bearish and it's about to break the support. This is one of the pairs I will focus on today. And also CAD-JPY is it's almost breaking the support and bearish. Kumo bearish, Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below candles. So I see CAD-JPY is also going to be one of the good markets to sell this week. So yeah, that was my analysis for today. Thank you very much for joining and watching the archive as well. And thank you so much for your support always on what I do on my YouTube channel. Okay, I hope you can still see my face and hear my voice here. Yeah, it's pity that I cannot check the comments today for some reason. It says something went wrong on the chat section. So I'm not sure if you're able to type the comment or not. But I hope you enjoyed and learned something new today. And again, the most important thing I want to share with you is always to become a non-losing trader. Before you become profitable, there's a stage called the non-losing phase. If you're at the non-losing phase, what's going to happen is that no matter how many tries you take, you don't lose, but you don't win. That's a non-losing break-even stage. If you learned how to do the risk management properly, then you get this non-losing stage. And from there, you build, you practice, then become profitable trader. So it seems like it's a long journey, but if you know what to study, if you know how to analyze the market correctly, especially with Ichimoku, and with the trend follow mindset, then it should be fine. And for the rest of the things, you just have to experience and practice and get used to the market conditions. So that's something I share on my YouTube channel. So when the market's quiet like this, range everywhere, you can look back some of my past archive videos and please dig some of the videos in the past and learn something new from it too, please. Okay, thank you very much everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much. And please wait for my performance video next week. Alright, thanks so much. Mata ne.